So a tiny mountain kingdom is sitting on more Bitcoin than 99% of companies on Earth. And nobody noticed for 5 full years. A city-state you've probably ordered food from this month is running blockchain payments inside an app you already use, and you didn't even know it. A beach in Thailand is about to legally let tourists buy beer with Bitcoin. Government approved. And there's a small island where digital nomads have been paying for yoga and vegan burgers with crypto since 2014. Welcome to C Daily Buzz. Today, 4 countries, 4 completely different crypto experiments. Southeast Asia isn't just watching the crypto revolution. They're already 3 steps ahead. Let's start with a country that most people couldn't find on a map, Bhutan. Population 780,000, tucked between India and China, deep in the Himalayas. A Buddhist kingdom famous for one thing. They measure success with something called gross national happiness. Their king literally said, "We don't care about GDP." So what are they doing with $1.5 billion in Bitcoin? Here's the story nobody tells you. In April 2019, when Bitcoin was trading around $5,000, Bhutan's sovereign wealth fund, Druk Holding and Investments, started mining Bitcoin. No announcement, no press release. For 5 years, the world had no idea, until September 2024, when a blockchain analytics company traced the wallets and discovered this tiny Himalayan kingdom was holding 13,000 Bitcoin, worth $1.5 billion. That's 40% of Bhutan's entire GDP. How did they do it? They used the mountains. Bhutan has 3.5 gigawatts of hydropower, way more than 780,000 people need. During monsoon season, the rivers run so strong they used to sell the surplus to India at bargain prices. Someone looked at that math and said, why don't we use the free electricity to mine Bitcoin instead? The numbers are insane. Total cost to mine it all? About $120 million. Total profits? Over $765 million. Completely carbon neutral, because Bhutan's forests absorb more CO2 than the country emits. This is the cleanest Bitcoin on the planet. But here's where it gets wild. What did they spend it on? The government used Bitcoin profits to pay 2 full years of public wages. They doubled civil servant salaries. They funded healthcare. A country with no oil, no minerals, no tourism boom, just rivers and mountains, became one of the richest sovereign Bitcoin holders on Earth. And here's the part people miss. In 2025, Bhutan started selling. About 70% of their Bitcoin stack, gone. Mining slowed down too. But this wasn't failure. Remember, their total cost to mine all of it was around $120 million. Every single sale was pure profit. They weren't losing, they were cashing out. Then, in December 2025, the Prime Minister announced something nobody saw coming. Bhutan is pledging up to 10,000 Bitcoin, nearly $1 billion, the part they are keeping, to build the Gelephu Mindfulness City, a whole new economic zone in southern Bhutan, funded by Bitcoin, designed for finance, green energy, and digital assets. A crypto city, built on Buddhist values. A Himalayan kingdom most of the world ignores just became the 7th largest sovereign Bitcoin holder in the world, right behind the United States. And they did the whole thing with waterfalls. Now let's go from the mountains to one of the busiest cities on Earth, Singapore. 5 million people packed onto one tiny island, rich, efficient, obsessed with rules. And here's something most people don't realize. If you grabbed coffee or ordered a grab ride in Singapore last month, there's a very real chance your payment was settled with a stablecoin, and nobody told you. Here's the story. For years, Singapore's central bank banned crypto payments. Too risky, too unstable. Then in 2023, they did a complete 180 and launched the world's first fully regulated stablecoin framework. A token pegged 1-to-1 with the Singapore dollar, called XSGD, issued by StraitsX, backed by real assets, regulated by the central bank. In 2024, XSGD did over $1 billion in transaction volume in a single quarter. Then in September 2025, things got serious. The crypto exchange OKX launched OKX Pay, and for the first time in Singapore's history, you could scan a regular GrabPay QR code at a hawker center, a cafe, a taxi, and pay with stablecoins. 700,000 merchants accept Grab. All of them suddenly accept crypto. Here's how it actually works. You scan the QR. The system converts your stablecoin into XSGD. Then, XSGD converts into Singapore dollars. The merchant gets paid in regular money. You spent crypto. Nobody in the middle even realized. The hawker uncle selling chicken rice doesn't know. But blockchain just settled a $40 transaction in real time, and it's about to get bigger. In November 2025, Grab, the biggest super app in Southeast Asia, signed a memorandum to build crypto wallets directly into the Grab app. Across the whole region, Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, millions of people using crypto without knowing they're using crypto. Singapore didn't throw a Bitcoin conference. They didn't tweet about it. They just quietly rebuilt the payment system of Southeast Asia with blockchain underneath it. While everyone else was still arguing about regulations, this is what crypto adoption actually looks like. Okay, this next one is the most Thailand story ever. You know Phuket, white sand beaches, rooftop bars, 10 million tourists a year, massage shops, seafood, Muay Thai, the works. And starting in 2025, you can legally pay for your beer with Bitcoin. Here's how this happened. In December 2024, former Thai Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, yes, the same family, his daughter is now Prime Minister, proposed something nobody saw coming. Thailand, he said, should become the world's first crypto tourism destination. Why? Because tourism numbers were dropping. Because the global crypto rich had money to spend but nowhere to spend it. Because Singapore and Hong Kong were already fighting over who'd be the Asian crypto capital. And Thailand was about to jump the line. The plan is brilliant. Tourists bring their Bitcoin, their Ethereum, their stablecoins. They convert through licensed operators and regulated e-wallets, and they pay Thai businesses with QR codes in Thai baht. Everyone wins. The tourists spend crypto, the merchants get local currency, the government gets tax revenue, fully regulated by the Thai SEC and the Bank of Thailand. They started in Phuket as a pilot in 2024. It worked so well that by October 2025, they announced a full national sandbox. Hua Hin, Pattaya, Chiang Mai, the whole country. One big crypto tourism experiment. And here's my favorite part. Remember the Bitcoin family? The Dutch family who sold everything, house, cars, even their daughter's toys, and bet it all on Bitcoin? Didi Taihutu and his family? Guess where they moved? Phuket. They've been living there since 2019. Millionaires from Bitcoin. They were early. They knew something. And now the government has officially caught up and turned their beach town into the first legal crypto tourism hub on Earth. 2 years ago, crypto payments were banned in Thailand. Now they're about to become a tourism export. That's how fast things change in Southeast Asia. And now the final story, because Bali was doing all of this 10 years ago. Let me say that again. Bali, Indonesia, the surfing yoga smoothie bowl island, had a Bitcoin ATM in 2014. This is before most people knew what Bitcoin was. In a co-working space called Hubud, surrounded by rice paddies, there was a Bitcoin ATM installed, working, used daily. And nobody in the Western crypto world was paying attention. Fast forward to today. Indonesia is ranked 3rd in the world on the Chainalysis Crypto Adoption Index, behind only India and Pakistan. And Bali drives a huge chunk of that. Here's what's wild. Indonesia's government officially does not recognize crypto as legal payment. Bali just ignored that memo. Go to Canggu, go to Hubud, walk into a beachfront cafe, a vegan restaurant, a yoga studio, a villa rental, and half of them accept Bitcoin. Seeds of Life, Kismet, Dojo Bali, Outpost Canggu. They all take crypto. The community has been building quietly for over a decade. Then in June 2024, the community made it official. Bitcoin House Bali opened in Canggu, in a converted Bitcoin mining container, which is very on-brand. Meetups, workshops, hackathons. They built what they call the first Bitcoin circular economy in Indonesia, a legal structure that lets the community trade Bitcoin inside their network. And this isn't a tiny subculture. Digital nomads from all over the world fly in for months. They pay rent in USDT. They send tips in Bitcoin. They teach yoga for Ethereum. The whole island quietly became the biggest functional crypto economy in Southeast Asia. And the Bitcoin family? Yeah, they come to Bali all the time too. All the crypto people end up here eventually. 10 years of grassroots adoption. No government approval, no big announcement. Just a bunch of surfers, yogis, developers, and backpackers deciding, one coconut water at a time, that crypto was the future. 4 countries, 4 completely different stories. Bhutan turned mountain water into $1.5 billion in Bitcoin, and nobody noticed for 5 years. Singapore rebuilt Southeast Asia's payment system with stablecoins underneath it, and most people using it don't even know. Thailand is about to turn Phuket into the world's first legal crypto beach town. And Bali? Bali was a decade ahead of all of them. While the rest of the world argued whether crypto was real, these four places were quietly building it. Not with hype, not with ICOs, with waterfalls, QR codes, beach bars, and yoga studios. Southeast Asia is already living in the crypto future. The rest of the world is just catching up. That's a wrap for today. If you like this one, drop a like and hit subscribe and that notification bell because we drop new episodes every week. Take care and I will see you in the next one.